Yeah, let's see here said, which choice best describes the data from the table that supports the researcher claim? And what is the claim? This is the claim. So he mentioned the correlation between the two scores is high when the parameter used in is an objective. So objective, just like we don't need your sense, we don't need your personal judgment. We need only what is it just, what is objective. One related to compliance to rules rather than subjective. Which one supports that? When we say the correlation is subjective, it means the same. The score of this person is the same of the score of this person. And you see, just like 2.99, see, just like you can say it's higher. So it's the same, but a little bit difference. When we look at letter D, he says the correlations between scorer A and scorer B is higher in grammar and usage than it is in content. Let's go to grammar and usage. See, it's higher or not?
Yes.
Yes, this is a big one. And how about the content is higher than the content or not? Yes. So when you are being tested in a test, teacher A or scorer B. This one give you this mark, the other one give you this mark. This one is higher. So this means some of them use subjective feelings, but sometimes here it depends on the claim, it must be objective. So the information on the data is related in letter D. Did you catch it?
Yes.
That's right. Now let's go to 14.
D. Might be.
So you believe it's letter D, but no, try again. Yeah, because letter D does not talk about sales. He said ice cream brand is more advertised during summer as in winter. It does not give us anything for explanations for marketing. It's talking about advertising, so it does not support D. So D is no. Let me help you.
Wait, I'm gonna do it.
So for letter B, a vendor, as you know, seller, selling the ice cream in smaller tubs, sold more ice cream than the same ice in larger tubs. That is the same point here. Yes or no? Yes. Here in which is the same volume of ice cream of the same quality was sold. Does it make sense? Yes. And he said here value perception is a fundamental aspect that marketing success decides the purchase of decision. So you must know what you are going to do. So if you help the buyer to know what they are going to do, it will be easier for them to know what's going on. Feel it?
Yeah.
And he wanted is that the same quantity of ice cream in a smaller cup appears to have more value than ice cream in larger cup. So the higher sales of the former, the smaller one, proves for explanation given. Just you must sell it in a smaller, not just only larger. That's why. Okay, let's jump to the next. So letter B here is the best. Why not? Let's jump. Question first, quickly. To complete the statement. As I told you to complete, read the last sentence quickly. This growth rate difference is most clearly seen by comparing. If I need to know what is this growth.
Japan and China. So it's A?
So we would like to make it A without reading.
No, I read it.
If you did it at home, so it must be letter B.
Why B?
And not we need to treat again. He said here the growth in these countries and in that in America between the same years. It's a good reader profile. Let's check it. What is the growth in China? This is China. You see, bigger or not? Yeah, it's increasing. And let's wait between and that in America in the same years. Where is in America? Increases or not?
Yes.
That is increases. Does it support that? Yes, indicate that economic growth at the technological frontier. So they have technology. Just means it's increasing. How about Britain? 14, 16, 20, 26, 30? Does this make sense? Yes, but here for about the too far between this America and China. Catch it? So
Yeah.
this makes sense here for that is too far. As he mentioned here that are far away. So I cannot make comparison between America and Britain because they are not too far between America and China. Feel it?
Yes.
That's why. So it is correct for the too far. All right, so the trap here is about the information in the text that what? This one. As I mentioned, this growth rate. So we need to find the growth rate in the text and focus what's going on. All right, so B is correct. What the next? Supports and critics argument. Let's find the argument.
Is it, wait, hold on. D.
So you would like to make it D? I don't think so. Because this is against his argument. Look, artificial intelligence, the basis of software, is being used in many fields. No, I said software will never be able to replace creative writers human. Feel it? But that just means the D is opposite to the argument. So no D. Let's find together why C is correct. Spontaneity in writing is required to decide the flow plot, and this feature cannot be programmed in software. That is means software will never be able, like human, for spontaneity. To catch it?
Yeah.
That's why. So we need to know why B is wrong. The software requires as input complex information that decides different parameters to be used in the production of creative work. Keep resisting, this is not the argument. How software will be able to replace or not. This means we give you ideas out of mention of content. Feel it? And of course, later it's out of context, so out of the argument. So we give you two answers means out of mention. So letter C it is correct. So two out of mention and one opposite to what is mentioned in the text. Now let's jump to the next. He said to complete the text. So he said, however, so we need opposite, but let's read the code.
B.
You would like to make it B, but no.
No. Could it be A?
He said here, however.
Oh, wait.
Let me help you to find the relationship. I said here, however, it means we need something here opposite to something mentioned before. That is, the previous sentence. None of the exoplanets discovered up to now not qualified, you see, qualify for these conditions to live on it. So, and orbit inhabitable zone, as he mentioned here. This is called for the conditions. This is conditions means we don't find any exoplanets to live in. What is the opposite? Is to find something we can live in. That's why he said this life friendly is just Earth-like life friendly. And these exoplanets may contain life in a form which is totally unfamiliar to us. If it contain life or not, yes. This opposite to this one. This one, he said, no life in it. He said opposite, may contain life. So what help us? However, this called the complements. And he used the thus and the thus to show cause and effect. So because of that, we can see extract, or we can deduce, we can get information about it for consequence. And that's why if you make it B, it will be not opposite because you have however. So B is opposite. You feel it? That's why.
Yes.
But we have a problem. Why C is wrong?
It
Yeah.
says like it's likely to be planets in a habitable zone.
That's it. He said that. So we need to qualify must be, but he didn't mention the exoplanets and habitable zone or not. But he mentioned they must be. That means it's not. You see, like when I say I must be intelligent, that means I'm not intelligent, but I must be. Do you feel it? So we give you information not in the text. This means out of text. Feel it? But why these wrong?
Yes.
Let's see something opposite. What is the second sentence? To qualify as potential life friendly must be this, which is not defined as location where water can exist in liquid form on world surface. Look, are likely, the exoplanets are likely to contain Earth's life at least with some probability. He mentioned something opposite. He didn't mention that in the text. He mentioned to qualify as potentially, the exoplanet must have something. Feel it? Must be relatively small and orbiting. So this means it's not, but must be. So two answers opposite to what is mentioned in the text. And one opposite and one the same. So what help us? The structure, the style of writing, thus cause and effect. However, this one, an idea, I need something opposite to this one. That's why. That is. Something else could help us. He said here for these conditions. He said these conditions. What are the conditions? Something mentioned before. That's why. So here letter A is the best answer. Now let's jump. Complete again. Let's read.
C.
So letter C is the best answer. That is correct. Evolutions sometimes present results not expected. So creating an evolutionary contrast. So paradox means something opposite to what expected. And that is right. Now let's jump to the next. Now we came to questions of writing. So easy, let's try. Let me help you. When you find the verbs, you are looking for subject. You read the sentence only from the beginning to the end. Okay? Right. Now, what is really exciting is noun clause work as subject. Is the verb. So what is really exciting is that, what is that? Venturing subject into preposition phrase delete. I am looking for the subject. I delete the phrases, I delete the clauses, I delete the non-essential information. Non-essential information between two dashes, we delete all of it. And now I'm looking for venturing, do what? Do this collection fresh and inviting. Venturing here is a gerund, and the gerund verb plus ing, and the gerund must be singular. So I need singular verb, so it must be letter C. This is for the question, the structure. How about the common hacks? Plural, 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 three plural, wrong, three singular, wrong. But just remember, it's called hack. Do not use it if the question, unless the question is difficult. But here we found the subject of this verb is venturing. That's why. So to find the subject and the verb very quickly, delete the phrases, delete the clauses, delete the additional information between the commas, between two dashes, between two parentheses, and then check the rest of the sentence, as I did here. This can help you. Another trap in this sentence that the subject is a clause. So that's helping me to know the subject of this verb. So my sentence starts from here. That's why. So letter C is correct. Now you can have it right.
A.
Letter A, no. Let's follow the rules. Let's follow the rules. Number one is before full stop, before and after complete. Semicolon is before and after complete. We need to find the wrong answers. So if I take this part from the beginning to the end, I will find it is only phrases. Let's find. This is preposition phrase, delete. Remember, I am looking for the subject and the verb to check, is this sentence or fragment? So I delete phrases, for and government, and then infinitive phrase again, and then preposition phrase again. Now I found the sign. So I delete phrases, I delete clauses, I delete non-essential information, and it checks the rest. So what is the rest here? Sign. Is the word sign sentence? Since it's a noun, and the noun can work a subject. Okay, we have subject. But what is the verb? There is no verb. That means this part is fragment. So fragment means B and C in a second wrong. Because before full stop and semicolon, before and after them must be complete sentence, as we agree. Now check again. Is it better to use A or D? Both of them correct. But letter A is redundant. We can delete this part and use a positive phrase. A positive phrase for what? For what is mental health? The lockdown splintered people's mental health, comma, and then a positive phrase to describe the whole situation. So this is sentence mentioned like that, complete sentence, comma, a positive phrase, full stop, and that is correct. And the apostrophe phrase means Malak, to like description to an idea, it's additional information to define, to add anything. And the apostrophe phrase means it's not sentence, and already not sentence. And it describes the whole situation, yes. And all of these, sign of caution, warning for healthcare providers and the government. Do you imagine it?
Yeah.
That is a part. So following the rules sometimes help me to delete wrong answers. But letter A grammatically correct, remember. But this one is redundant. It means we can delete it and it will not affect the meaning. So why not to make it shorter is better? And why not to make it precise, brief, short, concise, precise, as we studied in the redundancy chapter. Keep it short as much as you can. So letter D is the best answer. That's why. Now the next. Give it a shot. Let me help you because it's a very long
Wait.
sentence.
C.
Letter C, no. Let me help
A.
you. So where is the sentence of your question from the beginning to the end? Remember, I mean from full stop to full stop. Now let's see, is it a complex sentence, complex compound, or what's it? Let me. A forest sends seeds just beyond its footprint in every direction, but, so it's a compound sentence, so subject and the verb. Remember, we test you here, so you must focus on the second clause. Now, seeds that go to the north. Look, I am looking for the subject because all of these verbs. So seeds that go into the north, and then non-essential information, additional information between two dashes, delete. So seeds thrive a little more than the ones that fall to the south, comma. Now let's imagine something. As I told you, when you find the complete sentence, as he mentioned here, seeds thrive, subject, verb, and then complements for clause, for additional, and the rest. And you find the comma. That means this part must be not sentence. And then full stop. If you said causes, what causes? So this is wrong. Because what causes exactly? We have comma. We need the subject. If you said to cause, all of this action happened not to cause that. So we don't have cause and effect to say to cause. And the cause, the what caused. But letter D, it's correct. Now, I told you before, be careful about this structure. What's that? Complete sentence, comma, verb plus ing, and then correct structure. Remember, because this structure is most common in test making. We give you complete sentence and then comma and then verb plus ing. This verb present participle phrase. This phrase describes the whole situation. Do you imagine it?
Yeah.
So that is the point. That's why. So if you find it like that in the test, comma, and then you need verb, choose verb plus ing if it is difficult. Now let's try the next. Have your time.
A.
So you think it's letter A, but why do you think it's A? طب let's prove why B correct together. Okay. Number one, is that is an order of a question or not? Form of a question, helping verb, subject, main verb. This is structure of a question, but where is the question mark? So there is no any question mark. So this means A is wrong. Again, here we have a question form and we have a question mark. So maybe here what conformity means and then calling. So this is wrong, of course, because before calling it must be complete sentence. Yes or no? A powerful integration of what conformity means and then means what. So after calling wrong. Now we need to prove, is it B or D? Now ask yourself, are we asking a question or is it indirect speech? A powerful integration of what it means to conform to an idea. So conform to an idea of beauty. So it's a sentence, not a question. You found that? So it must be letter B. That's why. Another point can help you. Conform to its idiom must be together. Conform to an idea of beauty, an idiom, it must be together. So we need the word to here. If you put a question mark, you stopped the idiom. That means you separate the word conform from the word to. So that does not make sense here. So letter D, then it is wrong. Imagine it. So that's the point. Now we need to the next one. If you answer it correct, you will go for fun. Let me help you. Let's prove together why B it is correct. Let's see, what is your sentence? From full stop to full stop. So you are looking for subject because all of these verbs. How can we find the subject? Delete the phrases. During a preposition, so preposition phrase delete. Requirements for preposition phrase delete. And then preposition phrase again, delete. So requirements are increased. So the subject is a verb. Okay. So my subject, what is I'm looking for is not in this part. So delete all of it. It just as, so just as here, as the removal of metabolites and the carbon dioxide do what? So as it is, because removal here, it is singular, because this is preposition phrase. This is your subject. That's why. So it's a singular, so is wrong. Here, it's a plural because do, not does. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a problem. Is it D for future possibility, or we are talking about facts? It's a fact because he said already requirements are. So it's present. So it must be letter B, not future. Because we don't talking about prediction or possibility of action in the future. We're talking about so scientific facts, as you know. And he mentioned it is independent. So it must be present simple tense. And at the same time, we have agreement between the subject and verb. That's why. All right. So now keep the rest for your homework. Make sure to answer all of them. So answer all.
Okay.
Plus, I'm going to send you a complete test with notes. I send you some notes in the group. Always do your best as much as you can. Deal?
Okay. Yeah, deal.
Yes. And now have a small break and eat out of the books.
Mm.
Yes. Inshallah, Malak. Stay safe, stay strong. Bye-bye.